Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 20. I'm coming. Jack.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check 52. Shell. Hey, Shell.
Gone. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
3rd play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Room here to run. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 41. A run with Gurley there on 1st down, going to get about 4 yards. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch a slant.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 21. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Back.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
There's Goff. He's going to let it go. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 28 yards. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he goes out right around the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They go play action. Trubisky. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From the 38, Trubisky. He completes it to Tate. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Third and 2. Now Trubisky. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Check. Crouch. You draw quarter.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, 18. Hey, box drop. Line 54. There's a part in it.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd down.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Line, hey, shoot.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun. Goff. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check nickel. Check.
Here's Gurley now, out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Now gone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Check four. Check. Fresno.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Whip. 18. Check.
On 1st down, Trubisky finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Alert.
They go play action with Trubisky out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert. Ran. Kill.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
DC. Check 25. Shell. Wide, get wide. Big edge. Hey, kill. Motion.
Running from the gun with Howard. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
No. 12. 24 is the mic. You don't want nothing. Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Going up top for Kupp. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half. Going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return, it's Tate. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's get there. Switch. Lock in. Check safety. Out. Greystone, travel.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. Play action. Now Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he's stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
Alert!
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Mike 28. Mike 20. Alert. Let's get off the field, defense. Switch.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 42 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On 1st and goal, Gurley. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Another try on 2nd down with Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw, and it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 5-yard touchdown, and the Rams tack on to their advantage. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch twist. Watch him.
Now Trubisky to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Completes it to Coleman. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down.
Let's go. Check three.
On 1st down, Barkley. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Blue. Let's make exit.
Trubisky will throw. Steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Tighten up. Hey, I-7. Motion. Alert. Hey, alert. Red, up.
On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram there to make the grab, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Hey, 18. He don't want it. 18.
And before they can get the play off, here's a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball. That's their first of this second half. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here. Now Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley, 68 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired too, and just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Rams 21, Giants 12.
Right there, 54, right there. Red, up. It's going to be a long day.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Trubisky now to throw on third down. It's caught. Shepard. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Goff now looks to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alec Ogletree coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Gurley able to slither by. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, 76. 76. 76. Kill. Value 1. Hey, switch gears.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check three. No. Off. Check 31. Check. Red, up. Safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Alert. Red, up.
Out of the gun, Trubisky escaping the pressure right. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Here's Trubisky to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard.
We got this.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Alert.
Trubisky to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Trubisky. And this is Shepard on the catch. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, 18, 18, 18. Hey, orbit. Hey.
Now it's Trubisky. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, they run with Gurley. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Cut. 120. I got wide. I got wide. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get